Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. I recorded an entire 25-30 minute recap just now, only to just notice that I'm on this monitor up here and not the actual main monitor down here. So, man, I do not have the energy. I do not have the energy. No slacking, no slacking, no slacking. No slacking. In the last recap, I called myself Relentless. In this recap, my name is now Relentless. Slacking. The energy to do another recap, man. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. This one will be quicker. I can't do it that long. Oh, being a YouTuber, man, I tell you. Anyhows, PHVS goes to the 200 EMA to the penny. What a day. What a stock. Relentless trader, how are you even red on this thing? How is it possible? How is it possible that you're even red on a stock that's up 300%? Guys, a couple of things. Today I wasn't really locked in. I had some broker issues early. Just, expectations is always a thing, but we do have our guy Ski always reminding us expect the unexpected. But I will say that, expectations were low. Usually when something happens for the first time in a slow market, it's hard to capitalize because you're not really prepared. And so that's what happened today. On top of that, I came in this morning and I'm like, I got something I want to adjust in my game plan. If you guys go back and watch the live stream, I didn't say what it was, but it was me selling faster and taking profits off the table earlier. I had one of you guys in Discord, shout out to Infinity Trades. We were talking like over these last two days. It's like in my unrealized P&L, I'm greening $200-300, not taking it off the table. So what did I decide to do here today? Take the 5-10 cents off the table immediately once you have it. And what did today do? What did the market do for us today? It gave a stock that required a longer hold time. I tell you the markets, man. The markets. All right, let's dial in, man. So, let's pull up this video because I do have recording of this entire day, in this entire move. Let's say. Now, I did miss the first entries because at this, like I said, expectations are low. I'm not really thinking about much happening here, so I'm not even watching at my chartings at this time. Until I noticed we broke over the highs and this thing was moving up. But if you're paying attention to this, what could your entries have been, right? If you're watching this stock early, we have a trend line at 463, which was respected very well at this point in time. And look at what happened when we broke below the level. 57, 59, 61. It didn't break below the level by a lot, and so it held up very well. If you're buying the lows of the consolidation, entries, and if you're buying the height of consolidation, we mentioned that you might have took 2 losses, maybe even 3, right here, because these are false breakouts. Now, if you bought the 1 minute candle to make the new high in this situation, which is at 74, we got a high of 80, only 6 cents, nothing impressive. So these candles are not really going, especially here, bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing. So the lows of this consolidation would have been the better entries. You could have also been long right here and got stopped out at the highs before it finally went. So if you're buying at the highs, you'd have to be willing to buy again. If you're in at the lows, you'd have also had to hope you didn't sell the entirety of your position on this candle, because look at this, it never came back down here for entries again. Never came back down to this level here, right? So that's how you could have captured this big green candle here, right? That's going to come. That's the only way you could have captured this big green candle, which goes from a break of 5 to a high of 578. On top of that, if you're selling 510, 520, 530, you're out too soon. So once again, that longer hold time was really required for big moves today. So this is not, we're now up to speed, and this is where I came in and started recording. I don't know if I'll post this recording. I think I'll keep it for myself. I'll just show you guys, it'll be muted, and I'll kind of just walk you guys through what I was looking at. There's a lot of singing. There's a lot of singing. Steve was on the phone or kind of talking and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I posted, but anyhows, the stock was so interesting that I even put my camera back on. So here we go. The resumptions I felt were very weak. In terms of opening higher, it was great, but in terms of dip and rip, no opportunity. So here we go. 658 for the highs. It goes to 70. It pulls back to 25 right here. Can we see green for the rip over 50? Can we rip? Can we rip? This dip is taking too long already. Most halts, once we get that dip, it's instant rip, instant rip, instant. It's not ripping. It's not ripping. So no trades. And I should have realized that right here. I'm going to take a trade, which is not going to be the best trade. So it's going to come down to 610 pretty soon. And I'm going to try to catch a bit of a bounce. But this is me playing with fire here because it's not ripping. Right here. I tried here for a break and a retest of 20. Nothing happening. I just sold it flat. And we did get 16, but not even quite the trade I would have wanted. 20, 22, 25 or something. But not even the trade I would have wanted. So that was like a 1 cent loss, scratch trade. But the kind of trade you might even still want to avoid. Despite, okay, you could see 10 cents. There's just too much risk down here. So you might say Relentless. You got a trend line at 593 on the daily chart. Why are you not buying at 593? At the time, this 5-minute candle was looking kind of crazy. Right? Higher volume coming down. And we saw that resumption. The wick right here wasn't really like a wick. It's one of those weird things. So the way how I saw this was that this was just selling off. As mentioned, the rip out of the dip and rip did not really work well. So in my eyes, it's like, man, this is just selling off. 93 might not be able to hold well. I'm not really putting too much emphasis on the trend line, but it does eventually hold. And so from there, it curls back up. Well, what I did do, I traded the 1-minute candles to make the new high. So you can see it's like holding here. This would have been a great entry, man. Hindsight 2020. But I just didn't trust it. I did not trust it. It's not really pulling back into the previous halt level either. Previous halt levels down there at 45. So holding 93 was good. So right here is where I'm going to take my first trade. As mentioned, that longer hold time was the way to go. I'm in at 21. What am I doing? Taking my 10 cents. So being that this candle got halted up at 12:03, there was 2 more minutes. If there was no halt level, there would have been 2 more minutes for it to continue to gain volume. So this is a bit of a technicality. Technically, this candle, you can say technically, with the pace of how this was moving and the viciousness of this move, this would have probably had more volume than the red candle than the red candle that we got afterwards, the 2 red candles. So it's one of those small detail kind of things that if you're not really paying too much attention, you can overlook. And that's kind of what I did. I overlooked this. And so it's like when this is really a big green candle with high volume, I'm kind of looking here like, that dip and rip didn't work. These wicks are not really real wicks, is how I said it to myself. And so 93, I don't trust. It does work. It does hold. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so it starts to curl back up. And as I mentioned, Relentless is just taking his 5-10 cents. Relentless trader's plan today was to take his small gains, but the market required a longer hold time today, man. I try to stick to one thing, but when we're in the market and it's telling me, hey, shorter hold time, I try to adjust it in that shorter hold time. And of course, the very next day, it's been like this for years. This is why trading is always hard. This trade I should still be holding. When I'm holding longer, you guys will see me unwinding more in the trade. I'll be in 1,500, 2,500, 5,000, whatever it is, doesn't matter, and I'll start to sell smaller increments. Sell, 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 sell. Taking small profits and giving the stock a chance to go higher. It's not happening. It's not happening here because I'm taking quick gains. And so, we could have still been holding 1,000 shares, 500, let's say 500 shares, 200 shares, and seeing that extension, that bigger move. So it goes up to 40, the highest thing 50. We pulled back, and I didn't even see 50. I thought it was like 44. But anyhow, I buy 30 here, 3 here. I do try to scale out just a little bit. Try to hold a little longer here. And we got 45. I'm okay. There's my 10 cents, 15 cents. I'm out of the trade. Not looking for that bigger move. And we're going to see that bigger move happen here over 50. I also needed to be more aggressive to be getting back in, I think. I should have bought back at 50 right there. Let's rewind that. I think I should have been more aggressive to buy back at 50. 43, 49. It's holding mid 40s very high. It's worth a shot. And so, it's like you got to also recognize today is not yesterday. Today's today, and I'm still in yesterday's mindset of just nope, it's not gonna. And we'll talk about this later. It's like nope, I'm not gonna be aggressive. And look at where it decide to be aggressive. Wrong bet. This is a classic. What you're not supposed to do, right? Wrong bet. And I spoke about this in Discord. When I should have been in at 50, here I am buying 50 cents higher, more aggressively. Relentless. Why did you buy at $7 like a madman? So the price kind of skips here, right? Once we break 50, there's 59. 59, and over 59, 63, 65, 70, 88, boom, it starts to run. And I said, yo, if this thing breaks 7, we might just rip to 740, 750 into this halt. And so, boom, I saw a 12,000 share seller. I said, okay, so what? Boom, I'm in. I'm now looking at the halt level already. Instant drop here to 80. I'm like, I got caught. And because of this loss, I'm going to overcompensate on the retest. So watch this. It's going to dip down to 70 here. I'm going to take a trade. It's going to dip down to 76. There's 76, 76. I'm in. It jumps up to 90. You can see I'm still taking my quick gains. Still taking my quick gains. 90 by 94. Okay, there's my 10 cents. Boom. I'm taking my quick gains. And I don't believe it came back down to 76. I think the lowest it came here was 81, right? So watch this move here. Because of this loss now, look at what I do here. I'm so fast to sell. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Waiting. Is it going to go? My buy order is already out for 7. 98 by 7, okay. And look at what's going to get me out of the trade. The smallest nonsense. It's like if I was looking for a reason to get out. And I think it's definitely because the 20 cent loss I just took. So look at this, right? There's 04. The bids are going to come down to $7. I'm going to try and catch it. So I'm looking at the ask price here. Right? Watch this. Look at the ask price here. It's going to come down to 7. And you can see I'm already selling as well. I'm not giving the stock a chance. I'm not giving the stock a chance to go. There's the bid dropping to 7. It's, and I'm thinking, the only thing I'm thinking here is, yeah, this is going to fail again. At this point, why even buy? Why even buy the freaking stock if this is how this is fear. Fear. It's like, it's not going. It's not going. Let me just get out of here before I lose 20 cents again. All right, so I'm only in for like 2 seconds. Fear. This is a tragic day. That should never happen. This should never happen, bro. This is almost embarrassing. Because trading is hard. Almost. What a monstrosity. What a disastrous, devastating loss not being in that trade. Even if I'm selling and coming out at 20. I think this is lack of confidence. There's no way I should be taking a breakout trade like this without confidence. It's a great setup too. 3-bar play, 1 minute to make the new high, break of the whole dollar. The 20-cent loss I took, I think, affected me here. And I didn't even want to see it. Like, it seems like it's a fast sell, yes. But when I took the trade, it felt like it hesitated. It felt like it was hesitating to go. I'm like, and once again, the fear of that 20-cent loss again was still there. And I sold incredibly fast. If you give this 10 seconds, you got a nice move to 50 here. Even if you came out at 20 and you didn't get the extra 25 cent or 50 cents that's going to come, hey, 20 cents in the trade is still a decent trade. And if you're holding for about 30, 40 seconds, you're definitely seeing this move up here to 91. This is, oh my gosh. This is just madness, man. Atrocious. This right here, I should just shut down my PC and walk away. This is a disaster. I don't even, it's like, like those gladiators back in the Roman times. It's like, in order to grace this sand, in order to grace this playing field, I cannot be fearful. I cannot go out thinking I'm going to lose. That's exactly what that trade was. Me thinking it's going to lose. And it's like, why bother take the trade, bro? So it's like, this is nonsense. Terrible, terrible trade. Terrible. Ladies and gentlemen, Relentless Trader will rise again. It was it was a crazy day. Like, it was a crazy day, man. I don't want to say any broker issues are still lingering in my mind. I don't think so. But it just was a weird day. But I still would have expected myself to do better. I need to defy gravity here. I need to defy all odds and still be green. Still make a way to be up big green on this day. The stock is up 300%. There's no excuse. There is no excuse. 93. 593. Entries at 610, 620, 630. 633. Rip. New sequence starts right here after we test 7. What, like, oh my gosh, like, why am I not more aggressive to buy back? And then instead I buy $7 like a madman. And then when I'm supposed to buy $7 and give it a chance, I don't because of the loss. Just, you need to be dialed in. You need to be in a good groove. Definition of a wash day, man. Definition of a wash day. A wash day. This is nuts. Completely nuts. Completely nuts. The resumption come. It's complete trash again. Every resumption was just terrible today. No, like, it's in terms of opening higher, great, but no dip and rip. Look at this. Halted at 818. Resume at 850. It rips. Can we get a dip? 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 40 on the bids. I'm in 56. Can we get the rip? Can we get the rip? Green comes in here. Look at this green. I'm going to pause it. So I'm in. Look at the green that starts to hit the tape here. Alright. 49. There's a few sellers that came, but we're starting to see green. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to start to see some green here. 58, you can see 58 is already hitting. Right here, I'm expecting the retest of the highs. Boom, more green, but maybe somebody was selling, right? More green, and you can see instead of going to like 60, 65, 70 with the green, it drops to 47 here. And like, oh, I got to get out of there, which I did. And then, similar to the last trade, I'm going to play with fire, and this is where I'm going to finally get burned. The last trade, I was in at 610, if you guys recall, and then I came out at like 610, looking for a push back to like 2025. Look at this. 820s on the bid. 820s on the bid. Hold on. Let's come back a little bit. Yeah, so let's let it play from here. 25 is on the bid. 25 is on the bid. It's bounced up a little bit. 25. I want to believe this is going to be scratch. I'm going to sell this scratch here. Yeah, I sold that one scratch. It might be too high. There's 20. 20. There's red going through on the tape, and it's holding. So I thought, okay, maybe somebody's buying it, and we're going to see that retest of 35 and 40. So like a similar, trade looking for 15 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents maybe. And I'm going to take this as soon as I see some green, and it's starting to hold. But there's a spread here, 20 by 26, right? So I'm going to be in at like 27, 28. When I do buy here, eventually I'm in at 28. You might say, Relentless, what's your stop? I'm risking 8 cents here down to 20. I'm looking for that push to 35, 40, 45. Can we see 10, 15 cents out of this move? 15 cents preferably, minimum. Can we get back to like 45 before it decides, okay, yeah, I'm going to come down. But this is me playing with fire. This trade should not be done under the context of this resumption. So this is me being sloppy. Maybe a little FOMO as well getting to me, not taking the entries I needed to take earlier to see success. Watch this. 14 on the bids. I'm like, oh, got to cut it. And I'm filled at 10. And boom, 8, 3, 1. And that's where I kind of take the loss to end the day. Just a disgraceful sequence. As a gladiator, back in those days, it's to grace the sand is pretty honorable. Today was not honorable trading. This was weak trading today. Weak trading. Broker issues. Poor trading. I have no excuse. I don't care what's happened on the day. If this type of move comes, I need to be big green. Doesn't matter. Does not matter what it is. There was enough here for me to be very well in the green if I'm trading at my best. So we got to come correct tomorrow, and we got to do a better job on the day of if we're not seeing trades holding up to take the quick profits, and if we are seeing trades holding up to hold longer, because it's impossible to know what we're going to get, and to just say, hey, tomorrow I'm going to take quick profits without seeing what we're getting is a disservice to myself. So tomorrow I got to just go with the flow. And if I need to take quick gains, I will. If I have to hold longer, I will. And I think that's how we can have a much more successful day and do better. Because this was pathetic. This is beneath me. Relentless Trader has high standards for himself. And no matter, I need to defy gravity. I need to defy all odds. It does not matter what it is. No matter the obstacle, I need to prevail. And so I will. Tomorrow I'll be back. Tomorrow we go again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been RT. I am signing out. Stay safe, stay green. We still managed to do a 25-minute recap. 23 minutes here. Catch you.